The conversation around Hogwarts Legacy has gotten to be incredibly toxic. It feels like some people want it to be the best-selling game ever, some people want to boycott it, some people want the studio itself to crash and burn. But what I find interesting is that some people are kind of concocting completely random conspiracy theories, claiming that reviewers were paid to like it. And I kind of want to look at this because it's such a weird story they've drummed up. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let me start things off in saying, I don't care if you buy the game. I don't care if you never buy the game. I don't care if you freaking maybe accidentally download it. Look, my thing is the game actually great? According to the Metacritic scores and according to a lot of the gameplay that's been getting out there, it seems like the game is surprisingly decent. This is a first-time studio. It is their first major project, and the amount of polish to it is understandably impressive. But late last night, I randomly saw this tweet that was talking about the fact that apparently people are claiming that IGN was paid off for their positive review of Hogwarts Legacy. Apparently, 0 reputable game outlets have reviewed the game. Now, I don't like those tweets in general because many of my friends have reviewed Hogwarts Legacy and they are incredibly honest individuals. People like ACG, Carrick, he loved the game, he gave it a high rating, and honestly, I feel like he's one of the best in the business. I review a lot of games, and I feel like trying to prove your trustworthiness is part of the business of being a good game reviewer. So actually trying to disparage everybody, it's a weird circumstance, but you can see here's some specific screenshots about it. I got an extra tiny tidbit. They stacked the deck. So this is Commander Stephanie Sterling. She's talking about the fact that she spoke with developers of Hogwarts Legacy, apparently, and she said that it was supposed to just be a mediocre RPG with some customizations. I'm told they added some token characters to try and pivot the conversation away from J.K. Rowling. Obviously, the person that's kind of stirred up all the controversy with this game is J.K. Rowling herself. She has had some just ridiculous stuff about trans people, and now it feels like a lot of people are still trying to, really tear into this game. They stacked the deck with who they sent review codes to, hence why almost no reputable outlet got a code. I was told they worked with IGN heavily to find their one writer who would touch it and be kind to it. Now, this definitely feels a bit like a conspiracy theory, just because right at the start it's claiming that IGN was laser focused on people loving this game before it even came out. That feels like a very specific accusation, but some of this stuff really is just getting outlandish. To be clear, it's so clear that a part of Hogwarts Legacy marketing strategy was to pay off a bunch of mid-tier accounts on Twitter and TikTok and some streamers to sing its praises. The IGN review is sus as hell too. This is a very strange, specific thing that keeps getting repeated again and again and again. This is the actual IGN review itself right here. This gentleman, Travis Northup, Thai guy Travis, is apparently the gentleman who beat the game, who wrote the script, who, kind of formed the review itself. And separately, a gentleman named Miles Van Dusen is the person who edited it. Now, in my experience, I have actually talked to IGN reviewers in the past. It feels like they have a very specific methodology, a idea to their madness. Typically what they do is there is an entire team that's usually reviewing a game. There's a person that's recording footage. There's a person that's chopping stuff up. There's the walkthrough team that's, of course, trying to make guides before the game even comes out. And then there is the reviewers themselves. If you wanted to try and claim that IGN skews overly positive, I would agree. I think in a lot of circumstances, IGN does give very high review scores to their games, especially if it's a big popular game. They've given 9 out of 10s to most Call of Duties. I think they gave a 9 out of 10 to Battlefield 2042, which is easily one of the most broken games of all time. But What's interesting is it does feel like a lot of the anger is about their disclosures. IGN has admitted that they don't really like J.K. Rowling, but they've decided to review the game anyways. I feel like, in a way, their attempt to try and stifle controversy has in fact created more controversy. A lot of people have actually even started to go through the IGN review bit by bit and edit together all the negative talk. Like here, let me put my headphones. I want you guys to hear this. Apparently, there is the entirety of the review is 10 minutes long. An entire minute of it is just complaining about how bad, how broken, how glitchy the game itself actually is.
Legacy's plot has more holes than a fishnet stocking. You'll roll your eyes while 100 years worth of dead characters lecture you from paintings about the important history and how you have to save the world or whatever.
Very
Frame
negative.
rate inconsistency, weird lighting issues, aggressive pop-in while moving around quickly, and more. There's even this weird thing where every door in Hogwarts has a brief loading screen. You'll see the same
That is very
familiar
weird.
faces a lot, but the enemies Legacy throws at you can wear thin pretty quick. The gear that you'll find doesn't really allow you to create full-on builds per se. It's certainly weighed down by technical issues, an unexciting but inoffensive main story, and slim enemy variety.
Damn, he fucking hates this shit. What the fuck?
The old donkey meme. When I hear that, it definitely does not sound like a 9 out of 10 game. I guess the weirdness to me is trying to stir up this conspiracy theory. And technically that's what this is that the definition of a conspiracy is 5 people working together to do something in secret. I mean, people claiming, like, this stuff, in my opinion, is not a fair reading of it. I don't care if you buy the game. Once again, I'm probably not buying Hogwarts Legacy, but this feels like very focused attacks against the reviewer, who I do feel like is just trying to cover a game that has such a negative spotlight on it. I feel like that guy's job, you may not like game reviewers, you may kind of laugh at the idea of reviewing games as his job, but the guy definitely did try his best. Now, stuff like this is definitely not what he said. I watched the video. The game barely works. That's not what he said. He said it has technical problems. Inventory can only hold 4 items. That is very stupid. There are 2 enemies. Even in that video itself, there's definitely more than 2 enemies. There's not only a bunch of bosses and stuff, there's different types of goblins and ogres. And of course, fighting other students. Like, stuff like this, I feel like it hurts your argument if you're going to attack a game on unfair grounds. If you want to say boycott it, go for that. If you want to say the game itself seems unfinished, unpolished, broken on PC, people will absolutely say that's fine. But this, I love Harry Potter, so the game gets a 9 out of 10. Like, it's just silly to me that there does seem to be this incredibly dedicated hate group specifically about this Harry Potter game. I don't particularly like Harry Potter, but honestly, the super laser focused obsession with trying to tear down Hogwarts Legacy to me is almost more bizarre. There is even some stuff that to me is particularly outlandish and definitely incredibly toxic. Like now, people are making websites where if a Twitch streamer has ever played the game, you can now maybe boycott them. You can blacklist them. There's even stuff like this. This is Girlfriend Reviews. She is a mega massive YouTuber. Her and her boyfriend do very progressive freaking reviews. They check out stuff. They're incredibly based. They do incredibly funny freaking topics all throughout the gaming industry. And they're actually being attacked by their audience for even playing the game. Now, here's a little clip of their stream where they're basically getting broken down into tears at the very start of playing it. This is clearly still the introduction of the game itself, and the entire chat is calling them horrible freaking names. It's ridiculous.
You know, toxic and repeating yourself and just sitting here seething, being mad that we're doing our job, you know?
No, it's not. It's subs. I'm serious. It's a sub. I see you. I hear you. I love it. Thank you for your longtime support. I will personally ban you if you don't give it a rest.
Yeah, we're taking your opinions into consideration. We might not even make a YouTube video on this if that's, whatever. But, you don't need to sit here and make us feel bad. Like.
And after they actually talked about this, a couple of minutes later, Girlfriend Reviews did actually break down and cry from having thousands and thousands and thousands of people call her a piece of crap. If you want to hate this game, absolutely feel free to do it. If you want to boycott it, absolutely feel free to do it. If you want to buy 5 copies of it and give it to all your friends for your birthday, fine, do that. I guess my point at the end of all of this is buy responsibly, but hate responsibly. If you're going to be mean to people, if you're going to be toxic, if you're going to attack developers, attack content creators, if you're going to try and tear down writers because they're talking about a topic that for you is taboo, that to me just feels cringe. But you know what? The internet, it's a free place. Do whatever you want to do. But this stuff, I don't know. I even had a bunch of people coming at me for simply talking about the topic. I just straight up said that I was shocked by how good the game looked, how high the review scores were, even in my video where I'm just saying that it seems good because the scores, the review, the Metacritic is so high. I actually have a comment section full of people that are mad at me for even mentioning the controversy. Everybody calm down. If you love this game, good for you. If you hate this game, good for you. But chill out. Game, touch some grass. Maybe hit the gym. Thank you so much for watching this video, gamers. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. What a weird circumstance. I'll be honest, this has got to be one of the weirdest controversies I've seen in years. Most of the time when a game is getting completely laser focused, hated, it seems more worthy than this.